Hello everyone, welcome to the world of Lean Six Sigma. I am Mohit Sharma, your mentor and coach on Lean Six Sigma issues and problems. So some of you have been requesting me for last so many days that I should create a video on manufacturing organization. So this is my attempt to create a video on how to reduce rejection rate of CNC machines. So let's begin this video. In a multinational organization, there was a shaft division which was facing a critical challenge with CNC machining. There was a high rejection rate affecting the productivity and profitability of the organization. And over the past 6 months, the data was analyzed and it revealed that 10% is the rejection rate due to multiple underlying causes. Those causes we will study in the video. This issue posed a significant financial burden with annual losses estimated at 500K, impacting overall efficiency and cost effectiveness of the organization. For the organization, addressing these failures became a top priority, and that was important to optimize operations, reduce waste, and improve product quality. Then the company decided to do a Six Sigma project and they identified a team which was led by a quality black belt. The first thing that the team did was to create a project charter. The project charter has 6 elements: business case, problem statement, goal statement, scope of the project, milestones, and team charter. I have already explained the business case to you and the problem statement. So they took the goal to reduce the rejection rate from 10% to 0.5% by June 2017. The milestones, they started their project on 14th of March and they wanted to finish it by 30th of June. So they had tight timelines. They also created a team in which the sponsor was director shop floor, the champion was the senior manager shop floor, mentor is Mohit Sharma, the process owner was ops manager, and there were certain other team members also which were part of this big project. Friends, you can buy my authored books on Amazon. My first book is 8 Steps to Problem Solving, which talks about Six Sigma concepts. And my second book is Continuous Improvement the Lean Way, which talks about the lean concepts. The next thing that the team did, they went inside the meeting room and they did a brainstorming session in which high rejection rate was discussed. Under material, they had material defects as one of the causes. Under machine, they have tool breakage, chip formation issues, and calibration errors were some of the root causes. And then under measurement, they have dimensional inaccuracies as one of the main root causes. Under people, they had people were taking long breaks. There were operator errors and improper tool selection. That were some of the people related errors. And under method, they had surface finish issues, excessive burrs, and burn marks on workpieces are some of the root causes. So after identifying all these root causes, they collected data on these root causes against Project Y, which is high rejection rate, and some of the analysis were done. Now I will take you to Minitab to show you some of these analysis. In Minitab, in column C1, I have the product numbers. In column C2, which is my project Y, which says whether it is a defect or not a defect unit. And then I have all these X's which are listed here, like surface finish issues, excessive burns, tool breakage, material defects, and so on. I will test a few for you so that you understand how this hypothesis testing is done. Your project Y, which is defect or no defect, is a discrete project Y, and your X, which is surface finish issues, is yes or no, is also a discrete X. So when my project Y is discrete and my X is discrete, I use chi-square test. We will go to stat, tables, and chi-square test for association. So in rows, you will enter defects or no defects, and in columns, you will enter surface finish issues as the first X. You will click OK. You will get a result like this. The p-value signifies whether this is a significant X or not a significant X. The p-value is less than 0.05, so it says it is a significant X. When there are surface finish issues, yes, the number of expected defects are 2.19, but the actual defects are 16. It means When we have these kind of issues, we have major problem in the process. Likewise, we are going to test the next X, which is excessive bursts. So I will press Control E in Minitab to reach to the previously used screen here. So it has taken me to the chi-square test for association. Under columns, I will now select excessive bursts as one of the X's. If you look at the p-value again, it is less than 0.05. It means it is again a significant X. And if I look at the excessive bursts as yes, it means the expected defects are 1.79, but the team is creating 16 defects. It means it is also a significant X. Let me test one more X for you so that you understand it a little better. Control E is used again, and in columns, I will select tool breakage as one of the X's and click OK. If I look at the p-value again, it is 0.000, which is less than 0.05, which suggests that yes, it is also a significant X. And whenever you have tool breakage as yes, in 14 occasions you had defects, and in 4 occasions you didn't have any defect. But if you look at the expected defects, they are 1.79, but we are making 14 defects. It means it is again a significant X. Likewise, team did all the data analysis on the provided X's, and what they identified that there are these 5 X's which are significant, which are creating high defect rates. Then they did the brainstorming session again to find out the root causes to these problems. And if I take you to solution identification, so some of the X's which were like surface finish issues, why this was a problem, what was the root cause of this particular problem was rough texture, chatter marks or uneven surfaces results from excessive vibrations, blunt tools or incorrect cutting patterns. So these were the three major root causes which were causing this issue, which were excessive vibration, blunt tool or incorrect cutting parameters. And the solution was to use sharp tools, reduce cutting speed, and optimize the tool path, and also apply coolant properly to minimize vibrations. So all these implementations has helped them reduce these surface finish issues. The next one was excessive burrs. So what were the root causes? Poor cutting conditions or incorrect tool geometry causes unwanted burrs leading to rejection. So this was the root cause of this particular X, and the solution was that adjust cutting angles, increase cutting speed, and use deburring processes and select the right tool geometry for smoother cuts. So if they go fast, they can have surface finish issues. If they go slow, they have excessive bursts. So the speed has to be optimized. So that is what the solution would be. Tool breakage using worn out or inappropriate tools lead to the breakage affecting the quality of the machined parts. So this is one of the root causes, the tool breakage. Actually, the tool breakage can affect the quality of the machined parts. So the solution to this particular problem is that implement tool life monitoring, use high quality cutting tools, and ensure proper tool holder tightness. So this is also very important. If the tool is not tightened properly, it can break. And optimize the cutting parameters. These all solutions has to be implemented to avoid this kind of a problem like tool breakage. Material defect was another significant axis for which the root cause was inconsistent material properties such as internal cracks or impurities. They are compromising the final product. So the solution was that inspect raw material before machining, use high quality suppliers, and employ material testing methods. Material testing method has to be employed so that the right kind of material is being selected to make products. So once they implemented these solutions, they were able to reduce the defect rate to 0.5%, and the project team was able to successfully save more than $500,000 per annum. So friends, I hope you like this video. If you really like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share this video with your friends. I will see you in my next upcoming video. You keep requesting me what kind of videos you want to see. I'll keep bringing those for you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.